What's really important to you? I know that that seems like an obvious answer that you would give. Oh, well, my family is important. My happiness is important. But I mean, when you are looking at your future and what you're trying to obtain, the goals you're trying to reach for yourself, what are your priorities? What is actually important to you? For example, a lot of people say money is something that they are trying to strive towards. Right? So it's a certain amount of money. I want to earn $1 million, or I want to pay rise, or I want, I want to earn $200,000 a year, or whatever it is, doesn't matter. Is it that you really want that particular amount of money, or is it that you more want the prestige that comes with the job title that would then earn you that money? Or is it more about the financial stability that earning that amount of money will give you? For example, if you really look at it, perhaps you really want to be able to take holidays when you want. You want to have that flexibility, not just in your schedule, but in your wallet to be able to take holidays when you want. Perhaps you want to make sure that you are debt free. You want to pay off your mortgage, etc. So rather than it being actually about the dollar amount that you earn, it's more about the flexibility and the freedom that having a certain amount of money will give you. And that certain amount of money is not an actual dollar amount, but more of a freedom, right? So if you have a mortgage of $300,000 left, then earning $300,000 this year isn't going to end your mortgage, right? So maybe earning $1 million, maybe you'll find other things to spend that $1 million on, right? So it's things like this to get yourself really familiar with what it is that you're actually striving for. Because when we are trying to attain a goal, one of the easiest ways for us to get distracted and forget about the goal altogether, but certainly not put in the same effort. One is fear, right? Reaching a kind of fear wall, if you will, that you've got to try to climb over or break your way through. But the other is really not resonating with what it is you're saying you're going after, right? You don't have the clarity there. So you're saying, I want to earn $1 million, but what you really want is financial freedom, right? So getting clear on that is really going to be quite helpful. But when you're looking at this, I want you to look at one more thing. And that is, I want you to look at what your behavior is saying about what you want. So if you're the type of person that procrastinates quite a bit, or that is always distracted by the next shiny thing, or always coming up with reasons to not do something, even though it's on your to-do list, even though you know that this is going to really benefit you, again, there are reasons for that. One of them may be fear. You might be coming out of your comfort zone. There's risk to be had with this activity. And so you are purposely putting off doing it so that you can avoid the risk. That's absolutely positive, right? You absolutely positively can be driven by fear in that result. But it also may be that you're not actually in alignment with what it is you want. You say that you want something, but then when you really look at your behaviors, you're not willing to do what it takes to get it. Now, again, that could just be fear, right? Fear is very, very common and obviously runs the show of many of us at many different times in our lives. So, this is where we need to allow ourselves to get crystal clear. Is it fear simply because we have more at stake, or we're coming out of our comfort zone, or whatever? Or are we saying that we want something that maybe we used to want? Maybe it's not relevant any longer. Maybe it's not something we're actually striving for. Maybe we haven't really checked in with ourselves for what it is that we're really going for at this particular point in our lives. Maybe we're just kind of following the status quo. Maybe we're trying to go for that promotion, or trying to get that big house or the fancy car or the 2.5 kids, or whatever it is, because everybody else is. Maybe we're not really resonating with that. Maybe what we need to go after is something different and specific for us. Food for thought.